This is the Kpopcast, and today we are covering 3 generations of boy groups in our first episode for 2026. We're doing a deep dive, into EXO's latest comeback, Crown.
We also share hit replays from new group LNGSHOT and Enhypen.
But before we get into those topics, guys, of course, don't forget to join the Kpopcast listener family on Slack, and of course, chip in for show costs, links to everything in the episode description.
And now for hit replays. I'm your host, Stephanie.
And I am your PD-nim, Michaela, and hit replays are our K-pop song recommendations for the week. So, Stephanie, kick us off. What is your hit replay? Your first boy group of the week.
I know, yeah, it's all boy groups all day for us.
It's because it's us. Like you're gonna expect that. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, sorry, guys. Exactly. So, diving right in with hot off the press group, hot off the press song. It is Moonwalkin' by LNGSHOT. 시간은 계속 뒤척인 우리 남아도 계속 무하게 나 이대로도 괜찮지만 너의 대답은 아직 불확실 I need you too much I need you too much 시간은 계속 뒤척인 우리 남아도 계속 무하게 나 이대로도 괜찮지만 무슨 말이든 해줘 빨리 I need you too much I need you too much. Alright, so Moonwalkin' is the latest release by LNGSHOT, who's a 4-member boy group under Jay Park's More Vision label. Jay Park has been talking for years about wanting to make his own boy group, to mold a group in his image, in his ego. And
more ego than
yeah, possibly a vanity project. 90% certain that's what this is. It's like vanity project, vindication for all he went through when he tried to be an idol back in the day when he was in 2PM with JYP, and you can kind of see that in LNGSHOT's debut music video, which starts out with Jay Park playing the role of like a greasy label CEO being overthrown by the idols. So just want to share that context as like that is the setting that LNGSHOT emerges out of, as well as what looms as a shadow over them is like Jay Park is also known for rampant cultural appropriation, controversy, generally being like not a great guy. And I think it's important to mention that because LNGSHOT then is kind of set up to fail in a way, especially with what could be their core demographic of Black American fans. So it is with this nuance that I picked them today, with some hesitation, right? I can't help but I almost wish that I didn't enjoy it so much.
Right.
And that's same with like Peter talking about All Day Project on
that's the biggest confliction when the music is good.
I know, but I have to admit that that Moonwalkin', their latest release, is exactly what I want to see more of in K-pop, because it has a level of understated sophistication to it. It's not blowing my ears off cacophonously like maybe other songs and groups we'll talk about today.
Ooh.
It's not trying to do too much, except maybe in the hairstyle department. Like, come on, guys. They're trying to get as close as possible to braids as they can. But otherwise, like, there's this phrase just came to me, no coincidence, no relation, but there's long shots from the camera. There are shots that linger for more than 2 seconds. There are ample opportunities to appreciate little ad libs in the vocals. Louis, who is, I think, the youngest member at age 15.
Yes.
He's being compared a lot to Justin Bieber. Louis got to feature on the remix of J. Don's Lullaby. J. Don, hello. Super hot, trending Black R&B artist in the States. So for Louis, for Jay Park, I presume.
Yeah, he was there too.
Jay Park is like in there, yes. But like Louis really shined on that R&B release. So I am cautiously optimistic about what Louis, Woojin, Ryul, and Oyol are building up to with this group and this release. The song itself, Moonwalkin', written by Marv and I don't know, XR Face or Scarface. These are Korean hip hop artists in the general in the community around J Park, under a label called Freakin' Entertainment. I don't know too much about them.
But it was really interesting to see the producer team, specifically behind them, and who older faces from previous labels like Higher Music, AOMG. I'm specifically thinking of Mr. Cha-Cha Malone not being involved in this at all. Having the past few years, with working specifically with Group Nomad, it was really interesting to see that there's a really new, fresh team under them, and also watching a little bit of their documentary, how involved the members are in production as well, even pre-debut. So I'm excited. I think, especially when you think of this group, from the phrasing that we have of like Jay Park kind of set out to, as he put it, make a group that he was. He said a lot that when he was making this group that he was influenced a lot by Big Bang and Block B. Those were the two names that he threw out initially when he was like, hey, I'm going to make an idol group. Yeah. And so them edging on controversy, especially, edging on cultural appropriation, I think is going to be expected if you're thinking of those two groups as being references where they are, yes, they are idols, but they aren't necessarily idol in the sense of like they're not going to be perfectly manicured. They're going to be a little rough. They're going to push the envelope intentionally.
Yes, on purpose. You're absolutely right. This group is definitely in line with Block B in particular. I think their first promo image is all of them like throwing up the middle finger.
Literally. But they're so young though. They're so skinny. Like it's 15, like the smallest 16. Little hands. It's like
yeah, those little fingers.
But they all look so like, ooh, tough.
I'm scared of y'all, tough guys. Yeah. Yeah, they're cute. They dance well. They sing well. I'm really impressed by the vocals. Honestly, I was expecting to be impressed by the rapping chops, but like they're all around multi-talented. The one thing I will say is I did not see any genuine moonwalking.
Oh, yes.
In the choreography. What the hell? How are you going to call it moonwalking? I was like watching for the whole video. The performance video came out and there's maybe a little like glide moment, but they're like teasing us. They clearly incorporated Michael Jackson, famous Michael Jackson moves sprinkled throughout, but it's such a tease that they don't moonwalk ever. Maybe I have to see it live in concert. Anyways, that is my hit replay.
Yes, our fifth gen boy group, I guess, of this episode, and now we're gonna move on to the fourth gen, right?
I think so.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, fourth gen
with my hit replay.
Well, they're certainly not third gen.
Definitely not third gen.
So they must be fourth.
Yeah. My hit replay, guys, is Knife by Enhypen, specifically though the Heesung version. So this comeback, I was probably the most excited about. Without getting too deep into it, it's probably the album I like the most from this week.
It's a lot of foreshadowing.
And
it's a lot of our the group. Our episode is about catching strays early.
Yeah, and it's just all around a solid comeback from Enhypen. I think it digs deep into their vampire lore a lot again, even deeper. Yeah, even deeper than they have before. It's this is their 6th year in the game.
Wow.
And it's nice to know that they're still going strong with their concept and their sound. But I love the original version of Knife. Mm-hmm. It was so cool to see that every member got their own sort of remixed, revamped version of the title. And
I was curious about that.
Really love Heesung's version.
I like woke up and checked my YouTube music, and I saw in my recommendations versions of the album, The Sin, Vanish, with like all their different faces on it. And I was like, wait a minute, is this some kind of marketing gimmick where just the album cover is different, or is it a different song? And so thank you for highlighting and answering that question for me, because I'm like, I'm not clicking through all this. But thank you. Now I'm curious to hear like, oh, which version is my favorite?
Mm-hmm. And in each version of the album, they also include like a cute, like less than a minute voice note about like, them introducing themselves in English and like what they did or what makes their version a little bit different. But it's done very much in a voice note style where they're like kind of like, breathing into their phone. Like it's very intimate little moment right before you hear each version.
Indeed.
But I definitely recommend.
They're really turning up the heat on the parasocial relationship.
Yes,
you can hear them breathing into the phone. Ooh. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but I'll probably post a playlist in the Slack about each, just so everybody doesn't have to go through each album. But I will recommend checking out, or at least for our English-speaking audience, the English version of the album, which has the English versions of like the little skits in between.
Oh, yeah.
Was, if you want to dig deep into the Enhypen lore like I did.
Why not? Yeah, they've been consistent with the lore, with the themes, with the effort, with the quality. Yeah, we're fans of Enhypen on the show ever since the Island days.
Yes.
And what they went through to get to where they are. And
where they are maybe on tracks to being kings of K-pop.
Whoa.
Or unless maybe other people have anything to say about it.
Well, who does have something to say about it, who says that they are coming for that crown, is the artist that we are reviewing for our Daebak or Not. It is third generation EXO with their long-awaited comeback, Crown.
On the street, see the crowd take that. 가져도 돼 모든 걸, yeah, we coming for that. Yeah, 너에게 내 전부를 걸어. Now we coming for that. 절대 누구도 허락할 수 없어. 망가지더라도 다 던져 널 위해 지켜낼 crown. Coming for that. 유일한 주인은 너니까. 손을 뻗어 망설이지 마. Coming to the top.
So getting into the background of this comeback before we get into our discussion, Reverse is EXO's 8th full-length album, and Crown is the title track. It kind of comes in a few interesting it comes at an interesting point in EXO's career. One, it's their first full-length comeback after the end of military era. It took almost over 2 years for us to get here since all of the members completed their military service. It's also the first comeback that Lay has rejoined the group over about like 7 years since his last participation in a EXO, which like in 2018 with Don't Fight the Feeling. So it was nice to see him involved.
The one non-Korean member still active, right?
Yeah,
and holding it down.
Hold it down for China Line.
Yeah, China Line. Long gone.
I don't know. Can we say China Line if it's just one guy? I don't know.
XOM lives. No.
But I think we need to get into the people that weren't involved,
Oh.
right? I think that's kind of the thing that people are talking about.
Notable absence.
Yeah, well, I will take a moment and say it is so, as an XOL, I am so happy to see Lay as a part of this project.
Me
Even if it's just in
too.
the music videos, even if he hasn't really been able to be a part of like the actual like comeback promotions, it was still just so nice to hear his voice with everybody.
I agree.
After 7 years, Stephanie.
Nostalgia.
Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that we're giving him an acknowledgement.
Yeah, because there are some good things, but the bad thing is CBX is not involved in this comeback.
Damn. Yeah, I think it sets important context. So, because for many fans who might not be aware, like hearing that three of the most famous, like really backbone, the vocal line, most of the vocal line of EXO not participating in the comeback, it really was shocking to a lot of us that SM went forward with this comeback. They had a shot at a full group reunion and decided not to do it. And so we wanted to briefly go over the legal dispute that led to this outcome, which was, so three of the members of EXO, Chen, Baekhyun, Xiumin, affectionately known as EXO CBX, like those three have released music together.
Yeah, they
they
are an official EXO unit.
And the three decided not to stay with SM anymore, citing that SM was breaching the contract by not paying them out the proper percentage of distribution fees, and that SM was withholding financial data and information from these three members. The latest news we have is still from late October this year, where the courts came down and said, sorry, CBX, SM, we have not found SM to be in violation of any laws when it comes to their contract with you. And so you are still legally under exclusive contract with SM. And you can't leave.
Yeah.
And
Get back in the dungeon is what they said.
back in the dungeon. And I'm hearing echoes of like New Jeans as well. Like, the parallels. Eek. And so CBX lost their case. And amid that announcement, the members put out a statement saying that they agree to all of SM's conditions to return to the group, that they care about the group, they care about the fans, they are willing to pay SM.
Right.
They're willing to pay SM.
Pay the money that they made while they were promoting a CBX under IMB 100. They were like, hey, we'll give you this money. We just want to be a part. We just want to be involved and do something for the group and for the fans. And then SM sidelines them with completely cutting them out of the entire promotion for this album and this comeback.
Yep. CBX said in a statement that they had cleared their whole December schedule, that they are available, that they are waiting to be picked from the bench, basically, to get in the studio and record with their coworkers, with their members. And they had to hear in the news that SM is going forward with a comeback with 6 members, not 9. They had to hear it like same time all of us did. And so it was basically a slap in the face.
Yeah.
And it's just like Hybe Adore is doing with New Jeans. SM is sending a strong message, a warning to anybody else who tries it, right? That we are willing to, like what we were following the news of, SM's stock dropped after the announcement that the EXO comeback would not include CBX. So SM is willing to have their stock drop, lose money, in order to send this more important message that you cannot disobey us. You cannot like embarrass us like that. So when SM was asked about why aren't you letting the members participate in the full group activities, SM says, well, because the trust between all parties has severely deteriorated and there's been damage caused to the team, pain inflicted on fans. And so contrary to the claim of CBX saying that they accept all the conditions in the mediation session, we heard that CBX filed an objection on the 16th. And thank you to journalists who like talked to both parties and found that like, yeah, that objection story from SM doesn't really hold up either, because both parties filed an objection at the same time as kind of a court formality to set new dates for like another mediation or discussion or something. So like, all in all, SM.
Yes. Let's just say how
do I
it
say
is,
this
Stephanie.
without profanity? You know, SM can't be trusted, and SM is doing what they're known for, which is being the big evil corporation.
And that is the distinction. That is the major distinction. I think while we have this echoes a lot of what is going on with Hype and New Jeans, SM has a precedent, a historic precedent when it comes to how they treat artists who challenge them, how they treat artists that try to leave. Like
JYJ,
Jessica from SNSD, the former members of EXO, like.
Yeah, we don't even have to go that far. We can stay within the history of this here group.
So
like what happened. Yeah.
It's just you would think that because we've had, other examples in K-pop at this point of companies making the decisions. I don't know. I guess I'm thinking of better examples, like with GOT7 and JYP. And other groups that we were able to part ways from their companies amicably, or were able to, still participate in group activities while
some of the
still
Big Bang
being
stuff.
independent. Like Blackpink is a great example, I think.
Yeah.
And it's hard to have especially with Blackpink, like, and examples of how you can do it, and both parties can still make a profit, which is the goal at the end of the day.
SM is like, no, not for us.
They're still on this bullshit. They're still up on there. They're still playing games. They are still playing games.
Continue to play in our face. And who loses out at the end of the day is the artists and the fans. The fans really lose out. And so we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about this album. We're going to talk about the title track. The comeback is here. We are in the comeback. And I will come out the gate and say, I'm disappointed. I miss CBX. And yeah, it's just like a clear cause and effect here between the lawsuit and SM wanting to make an example and send a warning. Just like all of that stuff it seems to be playing out in the production of the music. Not in a good way.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know if PD-nim, you wanted to start with just like the zoom out, the overall, the significance of this.
I think what you said,
where it stands.
I think we should get into specifically the music, because when I feel like the concept and the visuals and the music video, I feel like are where we're going to be a little bit more critical. But I feel like we could maybe say some nicer things about the song quality. And since we both took a deep dive into the album specifically.
Yes.
So as far as Crown specifically, the main producers for this is a producer duo called Pink Slip, and then also credits for people who have worked with EXO before, like Adrian McKinnon. Adrian McKinnon, who wrote famously, was On Tempo, one of EXO's best songs. But Pink Slip, they most recently, as far as what they produced for SM, was AO and Fact Check by NCT.
I hear it.
Which, if we're going to talk about Crown first, we can hear that in the production of Crown very specifically.
Especially Fact Check.
Yes,
very
definitely
loud.
Fact Check.
In your face. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's good to get a sense of like who's on the team producing it, the influence of it. How would we describe the song? So it's definitely on the aggressive side. It's powerful.
Yes.
It's loud, in your face. There's not really a buildup of tension. It just like stays tense, like level 10 all the way through. It's, I think, 3.5 minutes. So on the longer side for K-pop releases these days.
Mm-hmm. They specifically cite that they wanted this to be a hard dance track, specifically blending elements of Atlanta trap drums. Yes, Atlanta trap drums.
Yeah.
Heavy metal guitar riffs and EDM synths.
Exactly.
In this one. And
all of those together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And those sounds, those influences land with me as nostalgic.
Very.
Or even dated at this time.
Well,
you're leaning more nostalgic.
I would say I would lean more nostalgic.
Okay.
Because it especially
Sure.
there was a big lead up to this album for me, so I went back. I went into the deep dive of the EXO discography. So when I first heard Crown, because I listened to it before I watched the music video, because I feel like that's the smart thing to do.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe I should have done that.
It took me back to songs like Monster, songs like some the previous title tracks that I feel like lend themselves to these like darker, more EDM, I would say, like heavy songs.
Yeah, it is closest to Monster.
Yeah, which with the absence of like the vocals of people like Chen and Baekhyun, you sort of hear the rap line and Sehun kind of filling in those kind
He's
of
trying.
absences.
A valiant effort.
He was trying.
Oh man.
We almost got one of those like long, those high notes that we
almost
expect from.
Almost got a soaring high note.
He got to the note, but he didn't hold it very long.
No. It's like, that's right, Sehun. Hit that and drop. Okay. Drop off the line. Great.
The Suho. Sorry,
it
Suho.
does. Yeah. Suho. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Chanyeol shined in this. I feel like it was written for him to like break out and own stage for sure. Like his charisma really matches this vibe, his intensity and playfulness as well.
And then Dio and Kai, I think, were kind of more just kind of they were solid in the verses, really. Not
They were holding it down. Yeah. The audio for me, like it felt dated. It felt, I was missing some vocals, and I could not help but feel like this song, I hear you that it's more of a throwback to Monster era, but it didn't make sense to me in the trajectory of EXO's development and maturity.
Yeah, because it is like, no, don't Call Me specifically was one of the songs that I went back to for this one because of the sonic influences and kind of like the dissonance and the keys that are similar. But going back to what you said about it not necessarily fitting this concept fitting them in the moment, I feel like coming for the Crown, like while the lyrics themselves, like the Crown is more of like a like a symbolism of like something precious that you want to protect. Like it's not necessarily like if you get into like specifically the lyrics, but like them saying they're coming for the crown at this point in their career doesn't feel right.
You should already have it.
That's something rookies say. That's something that, like,
it's a rookie message. It's a
like
rookie
Long
vibe.
Shot should be singing this. Not
we're coming for the crown.
Yeah. Like you're it's like it'd be more like, hey, thanks for keeping it
warm for us.
Yeah. Like something like that, or at least as an English lyric, like that message just doesn't really connect for me, right?
Yeah, the message doesn't connect, and I would be remiss if I didn't make the comparison to EXO's latest album, like the one they released before this, just had so much more maturity, sophistication in the lyrics, in the melodies, the R&B influence. I mean, I'm biased towards that, of course, but it just felt like natural, like EXO's in their 30s and like settling in to something that only they can do.
Right. And
I would not shut up about that album.
We get the R&B influence, but they're later in the album. Like we have to dig into the album to get into that sound deep. That we know of from EXO, which makes this song Crown feel like something that was, it feels like the album is reversed, like because you dig deep to get the B-sides, but this should have been a B-side, maybe. Oop.
Maybe it should have been a B-side.
maybe I'm Home should have been the title.
Oh yeah,
we could have kept this as like a winter album concept, like we've always done, where it's like the ballad is the title, and we then you maybe have some few like upbeat tracks in the B-side, like Crown would be an example.
Yeah, like fun.
This is what we've been doing for the past over 10 years now.
Yeah, this is easy for us. This is light work for us.
Yeah, I don't know if this switch up of making a song like Crown the title track for this album was the right choice.
Yeah. And okay, I know it's and in terms of like the effort in production, we have to talk about the visuals of the music video for Crown. Yeah, deep sigh is right.
Wait, I've said good.
We're waiting
good
until
things.
the end.
We've said good things. We started off high, talking about
yeah.
But now the biggest criticism, right, is the visuals.
The music video visuals are being referred to on the interwebs as AI slop, low budget, computer generated CGI, bad CGI. Shout out to Syed for that. Poor quality. And it just like, it makes a mockery of these superstars who are such like elite level performers and artists, but to have them like rolling around with like fake animated swords and arrows in them, like
I will say though, it gets me in a weird way every time I see that silhouette of Kai with that cape just majestically blowing in the wind behind him. Like visually, like I do like this like Prince royal theme concept, like as like a new visual for them, like new.
But like save it for EXO's releasing a video game, Kingdom Hearts EXO version. Like save it for that.
I think it goes back to, while we like the idea of this concept, the execution here was not necessarily the best. And I do agree. Although I feel like maybe the issue not necessarily was the quality of the CG, but maybe the editing of the music video itself. Like when I watched it the first time, I watched it on my phone, like I feel like all of us. But then I was like, okay, I don't know what I was looking at the whole time. Let me take this to my television. And so I watched it on my television, and on a better screen, the CG does look a little, or the non-practical effects we'll say looks a little bit better, and tend to blend, and the moments where they are on like real sets using real people look a little bit better. Although I feel like maybe the pacing of some of the edits kind of didn't help with what we were looking at. If you watch it sort of like slowed down, each frame looks a little bit better than when it's just rapid fire going the whole time.
Okay, so some editing issues maybe.
Mm-hmm. Well, there, especially in that first intro when it comes into when you're going through the clouds, it's very, very CG in the sense that everything's sort of swirly and blending, and you're not necessarily like getting a fully rendered thing. And those moments tend to look a little bit out of focus and not necessarily high quality, which kind of adds to the lack of like visual appeal to what we're seeing. But there are moments there where like it doesn't look as bad, but maybe if it was edited better, it would have turned out as a better project.
Yeah, I see that. Welp.
And I would actually turn back even to Don't Call Me as a better example of like that music video blends practical and computer generated effects very well. A little
better.
And it progresses in a way where it's not super uncanny to the eye.
Yeah. It's definitely more polished. And I just know that their potential is so much more than this. I can't help but think like SM is purposely tanking or nerfing the group. It's like, all right, screw y'all.
Or like you said, with the integration of these new AI tools, where they just throwing everything at this just to kind of see what they could
get
do.
us used to it.
I
wouldn't put it past them.
Yeah.
Be like, let's see what the market will accept. The bare minimum. Like how much AI can we get away with that the market will still accept and fans will buy. I want to support EXO, but I don't want to reward the label for this behavior.
Like they're not. I think we could all agree they're not getting any.
They're not going to win any awards with this.
Yeah, for this music video.
No.
Yeah. So
are we ready for
the audio? We've talked about the visuals. We've kind of talked about the concept as a whole.
The lyrics are very simple.
So do we want to get into our final scores for Crown, Stephanie?
I think so. The question that we've all been waiting for was EXO's Crown. Daebak or not? It is a resounding not for me. But for you?
And for me, it is a If I wasn't a delusional XOL that I was, it would be a Daebak. But I am somebody who needs to stand in my true truth.
Yes.
And not give them something they don't deserve.
Do it.
And say it is a not as well.
Yes.
It is so hard. This is so hard for me, Stephanie. Because again, like I do the song on itself, the song without the concept.
Yeah.
Like if you forget about the music video, if you forget,
it's much better.
If you only
without
look at
the
like
video,
the teaser photos, if you only watch "I'm Home," everything about this would be Daebak for me. I mean, like as a comeback out of context of like the fact that CBX isn't involved, but like the fact that Lay's there is really cool.
Yeah,
like, but it's just. What is this? What was this?
What is this?
Who wanted
Shout
this?
out to I was on Instagram and Ashley from Album a Day podcast posted like a video of her in her car listening to the album, just like shaking her head, just speechless. Like, what is this? Who is this? And and all of us in the comments are like, who is this? It's not EXO.
Yeah. I think
what?
that's where we need to leave
it. That's
it.
the consensus.
Like, nope, don't know what this was. It wasn't EXO.
Yeah, we'll wait for the next one, but there might not be a next one, which is so sad. I hate that they do these groups like that. They have so much fuel left in the tank, but money gets in the way. All right.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna turn some of our sights and hopes to the younger, newer groups, I guess.
Right. I mean, we escalated and ended on the older generation, but like let's go back. We talked about LongShot. We're talking about Enhypen. I feel like maybe the future is a little bit brighter, but this
hopefully.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, BTS
Oh, yes.
announced their tour, the dates. My mom and her K-pop friends, her army friends, have a PowerPoint of like what cities and what ticket tiers and what sections they're going to try and buy. It's so great.
Yeah, this is. I think they're trying to like push out headlines like this is the return of the golden era of K-pop with this like third gen specifically. Like EXO's had a comeback, Twice is out, Blackpink is gonna do stuff, BTS is coming back. Like third generation is coming back hard in 2026, and I don't want EXO to be a an indication of how it's going to go. I don't think it is.
Here's
I think
hoping
this
it's
is like
not.
very specific to them.
Yeah,
But I'm still excited for what we're going to see in this year.
Same. All right, so I think that about wraps it up. Let's let our listeners know where they can find us online. You can find me, Stephanie, at Catchlight27 on Instagram.
And I'm at PD-nim on the Kpopcast Slack. And of course, you can find all of us on the Kpopcast Slack. And again, please consider supporting our show by donating to our Ko-fi. Shout out to Chelsea H and Lady Sansa and Liz for your donations and supporting the show. Thank you.
All right, thanks, y'all.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Yeah, so just a quick little background before we get into our discussion. This Crown is the title track of EXO's 8th full-length album, Reverie.
It's Reverie?
Reverie.
It's not Reverxa? No.
Or maybe it's reverse. Hold on.
Fact check.
Hold on. No, hold on. Hold on.
Reverie would be pretty rich considering Baekhyun's tour name.
Wait, hold on. Have I come into this?
That
I
would
think
be
it's
a
reverse.
slap in the
It's
face.
reverse.
It's reverse. Okay.
It's reverse.
All right.
Sorry, let's do- Okay.